Hey folks, Mad Rabbit here, and Medieval Minecraft. And it's after 1.7 has hit. A lot of changes, a lot of new blocks. I've also been doing a lot of experimentation. I've been doing a lot of building off air, a lot of experimentation with the texture pack, and I might be doing some more in the days to come. Building some new lamp post things. Here's one of the designs, and I'll show you this in a minute on the side. And this one here, I didn't quite like the one I had before. It's not bad, I guess, for smaller areas, but um, I've been watching a lot of other people's tutorials and stuff, and I've just been getting bogged down. I haven't liked me doing tutorials, but I'll probably keep doing them from time to time. But most of the series will probably lean a little bit more towards just showing you what I've been doing and trying to be more inspirational and stuff I've been showing lately. I changed these. I've changed a lot of my textures out from the Dokucraft texture pack, and I put in stuff from another one. I can't. I don't remember the Gunda something. Another guy's channel has some really great stuff. So I might actually go back in and do a little adjusting on the coloration though, because as you see here, the wood, I'd almost want it to maybe match the wood, but I don't know if I'll be able to get it perfect. But I may go back in and do that. If I can't get it, I can't get it. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Same thing with the doors. I'd sort of like the base door to be kind of like that wood, you know. And I changed the chest texture, but not. I didn't completely change over the texture pack. But because we got all these new blocks, we have all these colored glass, and I said I have no interest in really doing anything with colored glass. Um, so I decided that what I'm going to do is if I see other like windows and stuff that I like from other texture packs, I'm going to actually add them in aside from my own as sort of an option. This is the one I made up, but it was a little bit. I think it's like part of Dokucraft's and part of the one I changed, and this was from that other one that I mentioned. That's actually the block, but yeah, it comes as long as you do it in the block. It comes also in the other variety. So yeah, I've been doing that. I've been doing some experimentation. I didn't like the two new wood planks. I mean, we had plenty of wood colorations, spruce, birch, and regular oak. The jungle ones, as you know, in my episode one, way back of this season two, I changed the jungle into blue. So these two new ones I changed. The acacia ones, I basically made a red one, even though I was sort of using nether bricks as my red roof stuff, but that's more brick like. I may actually adjust the coloration on that slightly so it's not quite the same as this one is. And the darker oak one, I said, well, I already got one. It's almost too dark as it is. So you know what? I was saying, what was it, a couple episodes ago? I wanted maybe green for some of the wood elves. There you go. I just basically did a recoloration on those. The colors I may adjust and like wash the colors out a little bit more so they're a little more grayed out slightly. Um, 'Cause I'm not sure I really like them as they are. They're maybe a little too bright. They don't really quite go with the colors from the default. So I probably might wash the colors out slightly. And most of these are from builds. These are builds from Madness 64. One of the episodes he did. I've done ones very similar to this, but I wanted to have like a bunch of different things. And another one of his tutorials that he had done a while back, I built as a that he built. I just wanted to see what it looked like in my texture pack. So this is sort of another, I guess it's another blacksmith of sorts. But I'm not being stupid this time and adding in fire or lava into the forge. So I just did a little more decoration. He didn't really decorate his interiors, but I decorated mine a little bit. That's another one I might change. I might change the furnaces. I don't. One thing I don't like about the Dokucraft one of these little gems and the weird kind of decorative stuff on them. I think I sort of want to change that slightly. And I might actually change some of the pictures from that I was using as that was mostly using ones from the John Smith, but I might keep some of them, but change out other ones. I'm not sure yet though. That's up in the air. I want to take it to another area that I'm working on, but I just want to show you what I was doing here with this. Excuse me. I may um I may make the whole city like this basically. Just what I did was I just started off. I was looking at just simply looked at a picture for inspiration I pulled off the internet, and basically what I did was all based on just building with frames, taking the logs and just building and like going out and in a little bit more here and there as I'm going down basically a straight row. So I can actually show you here a little bit of an example in the room I got left. Um, and then I'm always following my rules where I basically make sure I'm always an odd number of spaces in between. So I have 3 there, or I'll go 5, or I'll go 7, something along those lines. And then build up, but I'm also trying to be inconsistent about that so that each of the buildings, so it looks like, see how that's only like, that's different height than here, and this is a little lower, but it's a little higher there. And I've seen this on some other builds too, where they put in flower pots and flower arrangements, and now we got more flower types to choose from in 1.7. Sometimes you can actually put them in the window or have them hanging out. I just really like it. I like the idea of having like overhangs for in the city. But as you see here, this is sort of what I'm doing. Building tons of frames. Some of the interiors of the houses are a little, they're not really very well decorated yet, but some of them they're kind of weird because you would think, well, this one here actually goes over to the other side of the whole building, but actually exits out down on this side. So some of the interiors, and it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be like a city that just kind of built as it grew. And like some of these are shops, and they had big upstairs and even attic areas. Like this might have been a much larger, more wealthier house. And I'll probably someday go back. The interiors were never really a big thing for me. I did copy their bedding, so I want to see if, unfortunately, it might not have copied correctly. Yeah, something's not right there. I might have to go back. Might have to go back to the default bedding here. Something's not right there. At any rate, but yeah, it's some experimentation here in the meantime. Yeah, I'll just leave them for now. But yeah, I gotta take it to a couple other areas, and that'll be it. Won't be no tutorials this time around, but I am working on this city a little bit, and that area I was working in the last episode where I showed a tutorial of the castle of that. Oh, I guess it's for like a mini castle, and I also started building a little bit on the waterfront. I made up my own crane. I was looking at a couple other people's tutorials on them, and I said, I could just wing one. Sometimes following a tutorial feels a little confusing sometimes, but so I decided to make one of my own, just winging it. And this here, I got no clue how I'm going to fix this, but I sort of want the water to flow into there, like kind of looking consistent, but it ain't quite working right. So I may just delete the water and have it do something here. And this is sort of the waterfront district's barrier wall, which I have not developed yet. So let me go to the other area, because there's not much else to show here other than this stuff. And this is another thing this is not where it's supposed to be, but I just wanted to show you other things I'm going to be working on. Yeah, I'm going to go back in on this thing and replace these with a new one, but I'll have to do that with some other stuff too, perhaps. But yeah, so the build that we did, I really haven't done much in this area other than build a couple little decorative things out there. I like going around to different areas and just trying different stuff, but the area we were working on last time, I had developed this roadway a little bit because it's going to go off to the coastline, which is quite a few miles the other direction. But there's the Elven walls, It was almost within eyesight of what we were building last time around. If I can get to it. I followed this river a little bit. I do remember that. And so I built in some new hills and stuff because the landscape was a little empty still in some areas, and I'm gonna probably manually do a lot of it. So a lot of these hill things are new than what we did last episode, which was that. And honestly, I like showing things in the daytime. So sleep, and I can show it to you. You can actually see. Now I had done a tutorial of this house, but I didn't like the way I did it because I had to wreck things and rebuild them over and over again. Yeah, I also replayed the hay. I think I mentioned that. Did I? I don't remember if I did. But yeah, I built a kind of a manor house in this area too, because I want to have a lot of houses, like farmhouses and stuff, spread out, kind of in this area that I'm pointing off to. So I wanted to have a manor house here, right near this, and I did a lot of design work on the interior, so I'll actually show it to you. I sort of want to see how it looks with my new textures anyway. I haven't actually taken a look at it. New bookshelf textures. So a lot of work on the interior for this one. Let's go upstairs. Some bedrooms. I probably could have done some more work on. So it worked fine there. I don't know what was going on with the textures for that elsewhere. So now it works. I don't quite understand why it's working there and wasn't working in the other area. Oh, so that's weird. It's one side. It's wrong. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know. Well, it is what it is. Alright, so let's exit out of here. And I did a lot of development work, kind of like basically from the river up to where that road is going all the way across to the coast. With just putting in some houses and some of our buildings from the past, basically. And there's got to be a lot more work done. This is a new house. I just whipped it together. Tried to go as quickly as I could. I was doing like a challenge for myself. I said, let's build a house as quickly as possible. I built this in like 5 minutes. Well, maybe a little more than that. I have to do some more work on this stuff. Kind of pushing things back a little bit, making it look like it sort of fits with the landscape. All that, everything's sort of being blended in, and putting a lot of scattered hedging and stuff. You saw most of that last episode. But again, like a grain silo, fields, one of our older windmills from way back, even before season 1 started, one of the windmills. I had to do some adjustments on it. I didn't like the way it looked. So I put a piston in there, put this in because it was just all white, didn't look quite right. So going back to old models and rebuilding them and doing some adjustment work to make it work for us. It came out pretty decent. And then some of our other manor houses and things we built in the past season. This is a barn that we built this season. Next to a pretty large field. And then this is a manor house from, I didn't actually build on air in season 1, but I built it sometime in season 1. But I really didn't do much in the way on the interior then or now. But I had to do some adjustments, and I might have to go and do some more adjustments. And then I just did, well, I'll just start building the road off here and doing some more experimentation, putting more buildings in from past seasons and whatnot. That was from season 1. I don't think that was a tutorial though either. But it's a pretty basic, simple design, but I added this in there, and I did a little bit of work on it. But And then this house is one of the houses I actually wasn't too happy with from season 1. But, so basically I went in on the interior. The interior was, let's just turn all of our beds around. That's kind of weird, huh? It works when it's not against the wall. Huh. I don't know. The interior of this was quite a bit different before, but just like a simple house out in the middle of nowhere, and that is basically it. I'm gonna go up here to the road and probably just call this an episode because not much else to show. Oh well, there is one more area to show. I think I showed it in the channel update video. Oh yes, I better show that area. But at any rate, I extended that road out from the Elven build. I put some of these towers around that we made before, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make ruins out of a lot of them, because this area is no longer held by the elves. They were destroyed in like some past war, and so it's going to have the roadway and stuff kind of looking like this, like it's all broken up, and a lot of scattered just junk around the landscape. And this is one of the towers where you have scattered pieces. It's basically a ruin. And if we could have made up like our own blocks, like if I had an unlimited amount of blocks I could make up, I'd probably make stones that are all like this but cracked and broken and whatnot. But maybe in the future they will do that. And then just adding some hills that I'm going to do some more just scattered smaller ones like this. And this will go back to the Elven wall. So I'm going to go down to another area that I was working on also. Alright, so the next area I'm going to develop is actually not within eyesight, but very close to the castle we did last episode. I just basically follow the crevice heading towards the mountain range. That's sort of the lower part of the Elven border. Here it is. I wanted some odd landscape, and I want to be able to build something really bizarre and magnificent on it. So basically I made this weird thing in the mountains, kind of off to the side of it. And I showed this in the channel update video. I don't know if these buildings are what I'm going to build, but they're a little too simplistic. So I may actually there's going to be lots of buildings all top. Inside is just going to be some sort of a city with a fortress around it, and I'm going to try and do something really quite magnificent. I started to put some snow in the surrounding mountains here. Let me pause the recording and let the things render in. Alright, sometimes it helps if I just stop it for a couple seconds and let it all go in, but I'm starting to do the snow and the snow layers on here. So on some of the surrounding mountains for this thing here. So yeah, I'm going to be doing things here little by little, and it's going to be lots of buildings and stuff. I deliberately put in a lot of vines, but I'm not going to overdo it with them. They will eventually go all the way down probably. But yeah, I just wanted something like a really bizarre looking kind of landscape. I wanted to start doing more with the landscape and changing things. Some of it doesn't really quite fit or work right for me, like this here. But there will be a lot of manual adjustment on the land. And I think I better end this one because I'm probably dragging on way too long. I'm not sure what the next episode will be. Well, it might be a tutorial, but it might be to just show you more work, because I've been feeling lately like doing a lot of work in Minecraft. And now that 1.7's here, and I got all these new blocks I can play with, all these beautiful new colors and experiments I've been doing in my texture pack. There will probably be a lot more coming soon. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember, hit that thumbs up button on the way out. Keep me alive here Remember to hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, blah, 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 blah. See you next time. Adios.